we're faith-inspired, and we're very loud about it, and we're very bold about it. So when you pick up a candle of ours, you would immediately notice, you find a Bible verse on it. You would also immediately notice that our names have biblical references. It's very intentional. This vision was God-given, and so it became very important early on to make sure that God was the center of it. And one thing that Rayo Luxe does pretty well, and we do with Rayo Luxe, is we really want you to experience what the word or what the candle is saying. So abundance, we evoke abundance into your home when you purchase it. We want to hear stories of how the products that you brought into your home has attracted abundance into your life. My name is Ore Ishola, and I'm the founder and CEO of Rayo Luxe. Rayo Luxe started in 2020. I casually joke around and say that Rayo Luxe was my pandemic baby, but I started this company back then where I literally had a vision from God. And I don't get these very often, but I was in a really interesting place in my journey. The world was going through the pandemic, and it seemed like we're all collectively going through a really tough time. And so I had a vision where I saw a lady who didn't have any hair on her head, and she was laying on a sick bed. She was surrounded by candles, and it just seemed like the more she inhaled them, the better she became. I took that. I didn't know what it was. However, in that whole week when I was praying, it became so clear that Rayo Luxe was exactly what I was supposed to be doing. I can't put it into words, the clarity that came, but it just became clear that God wanted me to start this business. When I was having the conversation with my big sister, she validated what I saw and said that it seemed like I saw a lady who was going through chemotherapy, who had some sort of cancer. And sometimes the treatment that allows people to go through chemotherapy is aromatherapy. So I was like, okay, I guess that makes sense from a scientific standpoint, but I literally had no idea the first step to take to start a business of this nature. And I took the next few weeks to really just look into the content and expose myself to everything there was to learn about making diffusers and the ingredients to make candles and how to ensure that you're selecting clean and safe ingredients, especially because I knew this had a healing focus, right? And so I spent the next couple of months just doing that and consuming all I could. I literally was not sleeping. I was just so overwhelmed by all that I was learning. And then I took a big leap of faith and registered the business and produced my first 12 candles, which I casually call my disciples. Here we are today, 4 years later. God has been faithful. I have a storefront here in Lagos, Nigeria, and we also have operations in North America as well. In just 4 years, the brand has gone literally global, and this can only be God's doing. And so just grateful. I casually say that I feel like the brand would have been better suited for like a girly girl, and I'm just not that. But somehow God has chosen to work with me, and all I did was say yes, and God has literally brought us in front of kings. Another thing that is a unique value to us is that we are clean. And we say that with every sense of authority in this industry. We use soy wax in our candles, our diffusers are vegan-based. We try as much as possible to kind of regulate ourselves in an industry that's not really regulated. You have people doing a bunch of different things with home fragrances these days, from people using paraffin wax, which is a byproduct of petroleum, to people using different kinds of bases for their diffusers that don't last long or are just plain harmful. And so we've done a bit of research to find the best that we could possibly get to ensure that we're putting that in our ingredients and we're using that to manufacture our product. Everything is handmade, everything is hand poured, from the creation of the diffusers to the labeling of each product. Everything is done by hand, and we take a sense of pride in ensuring that everything that has come into your home from Rayo Luxe will be done by these hands. We also try to be as sustainable as possible. So you'll notice that our packaging, we try as much as possible to stay clear of plastic as much as possible. We're also really intentional about our messaging. We stay clear away from some words. Words like magic, you won't find in our vocabulary. We're very intentional about that because as Christians, there's nothing magical about what we do. Everything is supernatural. Everything is miraculous. So things like that are kind of nuances that we're very, very particular about how we brand the business. So at Rayo Luxe, we have candles, we have diffusers, we have room sprays currently, and we're growing our product range. Our initial product was just candles. That's what I saw in the vision, and that's all I knew how to do. So that's definitely remained a staple. And they're scented candles. We have 8 different fragrances. For our diffusers, we introduced that much later, and we have 3 different fragrances for those as well. We also have our linen and room sprays, which have been formulated to also be skin safe. So you can spray it on your couches, on your curtains, whatever it is. But also best believe that if it lands on your skin, it will just be fine as well. And what Rayo Luxe has taught me is the value of patience and just not, doing things because you can, but really understanding the value that you're bringing to your market. We're definitely looking to grow the product line, and we're looking at making color diffusers, some tote bags, some bottles, but we're starting and we're taking it one step at a time. All these products and more will definitely be launching in the nearest future, but for now, we're very happy with the current products that we have, which are candles. One of the core differences that we saw in the products that we sold across America and Nigeria is that more Nigerians just gravitated towards diffusers. And I believe it's because of the weather. It's a very tropical weather here. It's very hot here. And people just wanted to experience fragrances in their homes without necessarily the heat that candles emit. And so the diffusers definitely have been selling here and doing really well here. In the States, because we have 4 different kind of weathers, people typically gravitate towards the candles in the fall and the winter periods. People want to warm up to things, they want to cozy up beside a flame and things like that. But it's been the reverse here, and it's been so interesting to learn how well and how much the diffusers have been picking up in Nigeria. We're learning a lot, and we're learning that Nigerians have a really strong emotional tie to things that they buy, which I love. I'm not complaining. So abundance has been a bestseller in Nigeria. People want to step into abundance. And one thing that Rayo Luxe does pretty well, and we do with Rayo Luxe, is we really want you to experience what the word or what the candle is saying. We want to hear stories of how the products that you brought into your home has attracted abundance into your life. And so we love it. It's a bestseller here, apart from the fact that the diffuser and the candle smells absolutely amazing. People also gravitate towards it because of the name, Abundance. Another one that's been doing really well is Loved. But I think for our guys and our girls who want to be able to show their partners that they're loved, they buy our Loved candle to gift their spouses, their partners, or to send a message to a girlfriend to say, you're loved, or to encourage someone that you're thinking about them. So Loved has been another one that has been doing really well. Another product that has been doing well here is Faith. Faith is a blood orange smell, but Faith also reminds people that they should have faith in whatever situation that they find themselves in. I think it's a really good reminder for people that may be going through a tough time, or people that just need a bit of encouragement to say, hey, hang on to faith here. God is up to something. Our all-time bestseller, even from the States, has been Possibilities. And I think that I like to describe it as a grown, handsome man. And that's the best way I can describe this candle. I don't know how else to say it. But Possibilities has been such a fave. It's been one of the candles that we launched with in 2020 and has still remained on the line and still doing really well here. It's just such a bold, nice, musky, manly scent, and people just love it. And I also think because of the name, it also evokes, the fact that there's more with God and you have unlimited possibilities with God. And I think people need that reminder, especially when they get to the end of themselves, that there's more. And so that too has been doing pretty well. But we also have a lot more fantastic products. I want to say everything is a bestseller, but I'd be lying. I mean, it kind of is though. We have Presence, we have Embrace, we have Salt and Light. There's so much. And I love when people pick up the products, they read the name, and I can just see their face light up. Oh, I like this. And we know one thing that people do too is they make cute messages with the names. So I think someone put like, remember, you are worthy because you are salt and light, or may the presence of God fill your hearts with love. I love how creative people have been getting with the products. It's really so cute to see, honestly, and so inspiring. So as we are growing, we are 4 years in the making, and oh my goodness, it feels like we started this company a lifetime ago, and we're building such a strong community around the brand. One thing is so evident to me, even as we're learning, is the fact that I believe that this brand really needs to represent what a holistic lifestyle should look like. And we're here to support that notion, not just in the fragrances that you bring to your home, but in your mental health, in your spiritual health as well. And so we were trying to build a community where we are really focused on having live events that our community can attend, can listen to speakers, can get inspired. We also want to be able to partner with different nonprofits as well to give back to our community. We want to really be the light that God has told us that we need to be. There's so much we don't know. There's so much we're still figuring out, but our community has been so supportive of us. One thing that I know for sure is that Rayo Luxe and the brand is going to be more than just a home fragrance store. It's clear even in these conversations that we're having. It's clear in more of the events that we'll be putting together in the future. It's clear through the collaborations that we're going to be having, ensuring that we're shining the light through others as well. And it's not just about us and what we do, but really spotlighting amazing people that are resident in our community. So there's so much that this community wants to offer, and we're listening to you all. We're listening to the feedback. We're iterating on the products. We're making them better. But we're also wanting to build a community that truly focuses on you.